I would like to start with something that Steve Jobs said. He said that you cannot connect the dots by looking into the future. You can only connect them by looking backwards. So you have to trust that those dots will have an impact in your future. And I have worked in the last few years. I've worked with more than 3,000 teenagers and more than that parents. And each time they were telling me about their challenges. And some themes kept coming over and over again. And at one point, I wanted to be sure that it's not my opinion, and I needed some facts about those themes that kept on appearing. And together with my partners at this academy, we started two studies, one for parents and the other one for teenagers. One of the 5 questions I asked was, what is your biggest challenge, your number one challenge? And can you guess for teenagers, what was the number one challenge they were having with their parents? If you're saying, well, what festival should I go to next? You'd be wrong. It was this. Parents not listen, they think they know everything, and jump directly to giving advice. And this is funny, because the parents said that their number one challenge is that their teenagers not talk to them anymore. And that's kind of ironic, no? Because you have the teenagers saying that their parents are not listening to them. The parents are saying that their teenager is not communicating with them anymore. So I will give you a very simple framework that you can solve this. And it's the simplest storytelling technique I have learned. And it's called the 4P story structure. The first P is people. Who is in the story? Who's the story about? The second, people. The second place, sorry. It's where and when did the story plot? What has happened with that story? And very important, the fourth P, which is purpose. Why did I choose to tell you this story? And let me put it into practice. And I will tell you a story from a few years ago, many years ago, when I was 14 or 15 years old. And I started playing football with my new colleagues from high school, and we were going almost daily to the playfield. And the playfield was at the end of a very long street. About near the field was this house on the right side, looking pretty neglected, and always, no matter rain or snow, there was this old lady sitting on a stool right outside, speaking to herself. Every day she was there. So I noticed that the boys, my friends, when we were going to the playfield, every time going on the pavement, there was this old lady. We were going on the driveway and then back on the pavement. Everybody was doing that. I did that. At one point, I asked one of my new friends from high school, what is going on? Why are we avoiding the old lady? He said, don't worry, she's crazy and she'll hurt you if you go by her. So, don't worry, just avoid her. So I did, I avoided her, and fast forward 10 years. The same friend bought that house and renovated it, and moved there with his new wife. So of course, I asked him, what happened to the old lady? And he said, oh man, she used to be an accountant. And a few years before we started playing football and passing by her, she lost her husband and her son in a car accident. And she was driving the car. She stayed unharmed. But I guess she never really got well. So in that moment, I felt this pain in my heart because I wished just once to go near her and tell her hello, or ceremonial for me. So looking backwards, I connected the dots. I understood why I needed to see figures and not to go with what everybody was doing just because they were doing it. So facts, not opinions. I understood why I needed to have those good studies for parents and for teenagers so that I can have numbers that I can talk with parents about. And looking backwards, I encourage you to find the stories for your values. This is the story for an origin story, if you like, for one of my top values. So search for the stories that are about your values. True, values will change in time, but search for the ones that are true for you right now. They will help you make sense of what is going on in your life in this teenage period, as Violeta says, which is hormone bombs and stuff like that. About teenagers. Who here had a broken heart? Anyone? Okay, quite a few. Okay, so I guess you can survive a broken heart. It's not game over. I had my first breakup at 16 years old, and being an introvert, I didn't know what was going on. How come it hurt so bad? Why? What should I do? Should I talk to my parents? Should I talk to someone? What should I do? And I didn't talk to anyone. And I understood years later that that was a mistake. So I promised myself that when it will happen to my daughter, she's over there right there. When it will happen to her, I will be there for her and I will listen to her. So of course, years happened, life happened, and I forgot my promise. And last year, she had her first breakup, and she came home all tears and hurting. And, she needed me to listen, and I went into full parent mode. Guess what I did? I started giving advice. Even though I knew the psychology, I knew what I needed to do, I went into straight giving advice. I was being rational, and she needed me to be emotional, to listen to her. So I chose to tell you the story because for teenagers, this is for teenagers, give your parents some slack. My generation, your parents' generation, we were never raised with being in touch with our emotions. We grew up with Stallone, with Schwarzenegger, with Chuck Norris. They were saving the world, so no vulnerability whatsoever. Okay? My generation, your parents' generation, we needed to learn to be in touch with our emotions, to understand them, in order to communicate with you. And the last story, it's the shortest one, but it's one very dear to me. Happened 2 years ago. I was with my daughter in the old town in the center, and we were having coffee. And of course, the influence of the Android being one of the top challenges of parents, the discussion came about backlash. I asked her that moment, okay, let's say this is an extreme situation, but let's say you are in the after a plane crash, you are in the middle of the sea, and you and your best friend are in the water with only one life vest. Who would you save? After thinking, being embarrassed, because this is not an easy question, being embarrassed, she said, shyly, hey, I would save me. And I said, of course, it's normal. It's normal, you don't have to be shy. This is an extreme situation. Now, ask me, who would I choose to save between you and me? And she said, okay, who would you save? And I said, I would save you, no doubt about it. And from this thing, it's very important to understand that no member of the entourage, no boyfriend, no girlfriend can offer you what a parent can offer you. That is unconditional love. Okay? So let me find all of the things I can spoke here, and I will adapt it because there are quite a few parents here also. So for teenagers, create the context in which you will talk to your parents. Okay? And then at the table somewhere and tell them, look, guys, I need us to talk. I do not want any advice. I do not want any pair of Jordans or whatever. I just want you to listen to me. Or even better, teach your parents the 4P framework. People, place, plot, and purpose. And then you choose the theme of the discussion. We as humans are, our brains are wired for stories. It will help the conversation when it goes very slow. I promise. Try it. And since there are a lot of parents here, I want to give you something to oil the discussions with your teenager. I know that they are not easy. So it's something I am referring to as the wonder question, and it goes like this: when you are face to face with your teenager, just ask him or her, what do you need right now? Do you need a hug? Do you need my ear? Or do you need an advice? And this solves all the three psychological needs of the kid. And you don't have to trust me. This one, just test it.